Hey, it's Coma Comics here. This is my first edited video in probably like a year, but I wanted to get back into it. Found myself a little bit of extra time today as the semesters are switching. Once I got my grades in, I was off today. So I thought I would go back to my collection and choose my top Miss Marvel covers from books that are not Miss Marvel books. So X-Men books, Champions books, other books where Miss Marvel appears on the cover, but it's not a Miss Marvel book. I have close to 100 of those, and that would just make this a very long and boring video to you. I hope to make this short and sweet without feeling rushed. First book that I chose was Expatriate X-Men. I believe this is from 2025 or even 2026. Little play on George Washington crossing the Delaware there. This is by Jesus Berbatov and David Halbian, or Haldian, I believe. Two artists I am not very familiar with, to tell you the truth. Next cover up is Unbeatable Squirrel Girl 23 variant. This shows the new champions of 2016 with Ghost Rider looking in through the window. This cover is by Marco Rubio. I just like the playfulness here with kind of the clubhouse feel of the champions just hanging out and chilling. Right here we got a Ron Lim cover. This is a variant to Contest of Champions, number 5, the recent one, not the Marvel Superheroes Contest from 1980. Miss Marvel and Biggins flicking Spider-Gwen. I kind of like that. I believe this might be a ratio. I cannot recall. Over here from Todd Nauk, we have Patsy Walker Hellcat 11 variant featuring Sam Alexander and Kamala trying to put out Ghost Rider's head with an extinguisher. I just thought that was fun and playful, as most good Miss Marvel comics are. And then we get into a little bit more, I don't know if serious is the right word, and I'm going to forget this artist's name. I tried to have them all memorized for the video, but excuse me while I open up the cover, peek inside, and then go, oh yeah. All right, so Mukesh Singh did this 1 in 25 to Totally Awesome Hulk issue 15. This is the first appearance of the Protectors, which is supposed to be an Asian American kind of supergroup. You see Amadeus Cho there, you see Silk, Cindy Moon, you see Shang-Chi, you see Miss Marvel with a pixie haircut, which I really, really like. I just thought that was a very cool take on Kamala. This particular group didn't go anywhere because it was discovered that there was already a supergroup called the Protectors from the Golden Age, and Marvel didn't have copyright and had to cease and desist. I believe that's the story. If anybody knows if I'm wrong or right about that, please let me know. If you remember US Avengers in 2017, they did 50 variants to number 1, one for each state. I guess they weren't confident on it running for 50 issues or even 25 issues with 2 covers. So they did actually 63 variants. There are some non-state variants as well. But this is Rod Reis doing Miss Marvel, who, as you know, Kamala is from New Jersey. So there you go. Thought that one was playful and fun as well. Playful is a word that's coming up a lot, I realize. Going over to my friend Alex Ross, I believe this is Alex Ross and Daniel Acuna. Did I get that right? I'm sorry, I have to look again. I swear this is the last one. Variant cover artists. So this is the A cover, Alex Ross and Daniel Acuna. I did get it right. I didn't have to check. I apologize. Avengers Twilight. This is a future story. Takes place in a supposed possible future where superheroes are kind of outlawed and they're all, retired, and Kamala gets Steve and the gang back to fight some big bad evil and save Iron Man, I believe from his son, if I recall the story. It was a fun read. In 2015, soon after her first appearance, Kamala appeared in the all-new, all-different Avengers, and here drawn by Alex Ross, who's just amazing artist. And this is issue 1. You can see she's center, and she's happy, and she's proud, she's excited, and she's idealistic, and doesn't quite agree with everything the Avengers are doing. So 5 issues later, or 4 issues later, in issue 5, she is kicked out, and you can see she's still the center character in the painting, but She's not surrounded by friends and supporters anymore. She's looking very sad. Also, Alex Ross, and this leads me to my absolute favorite Alex Ross Miss Marvel cover. And talking to Lady Fantastic on a text group we're on for Not Near Mint, and she's like, "You've wanted this cover for at least 10 years." And I had to look back at like old videos and stuff. I'm like, and Instagram posts. I'm like, yeah, it's been 10 years I've been trying to get this. So from 2016, when it first came out, I have about 20 of the variants to Champions #1, but I felt like I could never afford this variant, especially in a 9/6. This was going for like $300-400. 9/8s were going for like 800. It was crazy. The glare is not doing it much, uh, much good service here. I apologize about that. But this is Sam Alexander and Miles and Kamala burning their Avengers membership cards, which I think is a nice coda to that story that started in all different Avengers #1. Really well done. John Tyler Christopher makes some appearances. She got this kind of new uniform when she became an X-Men and discovered that not only was she an Inhuman, she was a new mutant, or not new mutant, she was a mutant. This is the cover of Amazing Spider-Man 31, and even though she appears in a backup story in this, I'm not sure why she's on the cover, like a variant cover, special cover for Amazing Spider-Man 31. It's not 26, that's the issue where she died, but I don't care because I really like it. I also really like this one. Another John Tyler Christopher from Champions #1 in 2016. Miss Marvel on the cover. And moving along from that same book, so 3 variant covers from the same book, Champions #1 from 2016. The David Mack doing that beautiful watercolor stuff he does with the dreamy backgrounds. You've seen him do it on Daredevil books with Echo. You've seen him do it for Sandman covers. You've seen him do it for all sorts of covers. Jessica Jones and Kabuki, obviously, is where he started to develop some of his style. Just, I think, a really gorgeous one. I love the something about the scarf in this one makes me think of New York, New Jersey, and staying warm in the winter. This is signed by him and a limited 381 out of 400, if you can read that backwards text. Moving on, we have her first cover appearance. This is Captain Marvel 17 from 2014 or even 2013, February of 14. So she was retconned as a kind of NPC in Captain Marvel 14, this little girl looking up at Carol Danvers, and Carol Danvers is like, "Hide, citizens, I'll take care of the bad guys." And then in this issue, on the last page, you see an older Kamala going into her bedroom, and she kind of starts hulking out and embiggening and ripping through her clothing, and her muscles ripping her shirt sleeves apart, and then hanging in her closet is something similar to this, with the lightning design by Adrian Alphona, who's the artist on this as well. So they're both kind of cameos. And then all new Marvel Now .1 came out. And that was the first in-story Kamala appearance, but this is the first cover appearance, and this second printing was limited to about 2,000 to 3,000 copies printed, so very hard to find. Comixology, remember Comixology, did this A-Force variant by Jorge Molina with Miss Marvel, Kamala, and Carol sitting on a rooftop looking at Miss Marvel #1 on an iPad-style device. Always loved that one. And then if you've got Key Collector, you know that there's a dangerous feature on the app, and that feature is the randomizer, where you discover expensive books that you didn't know you wanted, and now that you found them, you know you want them. One such book was this variant to Chip Zdarsky's Howard the Duck that came out in 2016. This was, I don't know if this was the first run or the second run. There are a number of books, Squirrel Girl, Howard the Duck, where they did like 5 issues and then got rebooted right away. It was kind of weird, but anyway, this is the 1 in 25 to Howard the Duck #4 by Chip Zdarsky. The art on this is by an artist called Kwame Shirahama. Is it Kwame? No, Kamome. Kamome, not Kwame. Kamome Shirahama. I'm not familiar at all, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing the name, but I love, love, love the playfulness of this. Miss Marvel hugging a despondent-looking Howard, who's discovered that he's in a world full of humans, and then all these superheroes with duck beaks at the bottom. Absolutely love them. So, what about you? What are your favorite Miss Marvel covers? Whether they are from a Miss Marvel book like this Frank Cho, or whether they are an actual other book that has Miss Marvel on. Let me know in the comments if I'm missing any, if I need to go spend some eBay bucks and find some new ones. What are your favorites? What do you like out of mine? And what am I missing? And please give it a like so I can keep making some more videos, because I haven't done these in a while and I would like to get back into it. Thank you very much. Take care of each other and have a nice day.